Hour number 2. It's going to be a terrific Monday. Heck, it's going to be a monster week on Idaho Sports Talk. This football team, the storylines, that show on Saturday night at Albertson Stadium. Who went to the game? And be honest, what was going through your head when you were seeing things that you have never seen before? A lot of you guys have been sitting in that stadium for 50 years. And maybe you got a glimpse in the future, certainly on Saturday night. Heck, the present, we could call it. Let us know, 208-424-9300. What do you think of that laser show? Prater, we have Jeramiah Dickey, Boise State Athletic Director, live in the studio as we broadcast 4 p.m. here. What's going on, Prater? Good to see JD, smiley-facing studio, huh?
I'm working on his camera over here. JP put a stupid camera on my computer. I moved my camera.
Uh-oh.
Right now, Jeremiah, we're looking at your wrong side.
Oh, that's why I'm on radio. I didn't know I was going to be on video.
I know.
I want to come in person.
That's how I feel about it every single day. Imagine if I had to go on video every day. What did I do? It's not working.
All right, I'll start this thing off then. JD.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, by the way.
You're welcome, man. Always welcome here. How was your Saturday night?
It was epic, right? You know, that's what we've been working towards, man. So I was so pumped, for the team, for our student athletes, for the fans, to actually have an impact. I mean, we talk about filling the stadium, and I know we're going to talk more about that, but they had the ability to purchase access and to have an impact on an outcome of a game. And I don't know if I've been a part of an experience like that where the fans absolutely made a difference. And you look how the game started versus how it ended, and they stuck around, they supported us thick and thin, and at the time that we needed them the most. And as the leader of our team department, Bronco Nation, I'm grateful and thankful, and thank you, Bronco Nation.
In terms of the video board, I think the video board was $4.5 million. The LEDs, $1 million plus? I'm not sure how much LED lights cost.
Yeah.
So let's go $6 million worth of enhancements on Saturday night, and it truly did make a difference. I think, you and I were talking a little briefly in the hallways in terms of the second half. At halftime, we weren't quite sure what to expect. We know the history of that stadium. We know that you implemented the no reentry policy. They stuck around, and I don't know if because they wanted to watch $6 million worth of toys or because they couldn't get out over the fence, but dude, it worked. You had to be completely thrilled because couple of games in, LED lights, it's light outside, we can't really do it. It all came together for you, and we're not even talking about the victory.
Yeah, I mean, look, you plan the work the plan, and to see it lived out in action, and it started so much earlier than just that game, right? We've been working on this for 2.5 years. This is my third football season.
Yep.
And to see everything come together, how quickly we were able to get people in, how concessions is stepping up. Are we perfect? Are we finished product? Absolutely not. But you looked at the tailgating experience prior to the game. It was amazing. And the number of people that came in and spoke to that, and then the number of text messages, calls, emails, social media that I got after the game talking about the experience they had. It shows you what we're doing is working, and that's a testament to the team. It's I understand that I'm the leader, but that's a testament to the team and everyone stepping up and doing their job and doing it well. And we saw it kind of this culmination of the investment working, and it was awesome.
Jeramiah Dickey in studio right here on Idaho Sports Talk. Who was at the game? 208-424-9300. Jeremiah, I don't know how you can get data on this, but how much do you think, and Prater said all the factors as to why they stayed? Maybe in years past they wouldn't if you didn't have the extra bells and whistles. I don't know. Deep down, are you thinking that there were some people that were maybe thinking, I want to see what's up with this light show. It's getting darker. The game's not going exactly how we want, but, what else are we going to do? Again, we can't leave and come back. So, let's give this another 10 minutes or so and see what happens with these lights. And heck, that 10 minutes might turn into a lifetime for some of these fans who maybe went to their first game on Saturday and saw that show.
That's right. Well, it was homecoming, right? So you probably had quite a few new people, or people at least who traveled in specifically for the game.
Yeah.
So that made a difference. I think a lot of it was the overall experience, and we've tried to eliminate reasons and excuses for people to leave early or not show up at all. And I think they won. This was the first game, right, this year that we were able to see the lights and the video boards and everything come together. And so I think that maybe played a part. I also think hope is powerful. And, whether the first half surprised people or not, or they wanted to stick around because, they were upset and wanted to just finish it out. I don't know, but what they did for us and that team, and you heard our student athletes talk about it. You heard Andy talk about it. It made a difference. It impacted on top of the recruits that we had there, and not just for football. We had recruits across the department in terms of our sport programs and the impact that has on them. And you saw them after the game and their eyes, and it's powerful. And it worked out exactly how we drew it up, right?
Yeah, we got this clip from Andy from his press conference today. The original question was about recruiting in terms of how big nights like that impact recruiting. I'm assuming, JP, you've got this soundbite ready to go. JP's back there goofing around. Andy Avalos' soundbite, 4 o'clock. Jeramiah Dickey on recruiting and what happened on Saturday night. JP doesn't have it. He doesn't. You don't have it at all?
Okay. Nice setup for the clip anyway. Maybe we can get it at some point in there, JP. Dave JD, Jeramiah Dickey in studio with us. I would imagine night games, JD, they used to be a bugaboo in this town. They used to scare people. Now all of a sudden you have something there to throw to the fan that say, maybe it's a little later than we thought, but that's one heck of an LED show. Right.
They pivoted. And, when I first got here, I think we probably have talked about a number of times, those late games, it hurt us. People,
you thought so, yeah.
People would comment and say, like, we can't play after 7:30 and it's hard on families, and fully understand that. Now I'm getting a lot more comments of, like, how do we get later games? Now,
that's what I'm thinking.
There's a perfect time. And now, this month specifically, as the sun starts going down a little bit earlier, I thought Saturday's game time was perfect. And it allows people maybe not to get home as late, but also allows us to take advantage of some of the technology and experience that we've invested in.
All right, here's JP. Now I'm getting an echo, JP, in my headphones, so JP's having a rough afternoon. But here's Andy Avalos today in the media scrum talking about not only the Saturday night experience and how it impacted his football team, but how it impacts recruiting and the big picture for his football program. JD, some attendance numbers that you may or may not be aware of. You have 459 people over capacity, 100% capacity through 3 games. I'm not sure I've ever seen that at Boise State. There are only 3 Group of 5 programs in all of college football that are 100% capacity: Boise State, Appalachian State, and Texas San Antonio. And right now, you're 1, 2, 3, 6 overall in terms of Group of 5 in terms of attendance. South Florida is at 43, Fresno, East Carolina, UTSA, App State, and then Boise State checks in. Those other ones have much bigger stadiums. We're talking like 40,000 plus bigger stadiums. So attendance-wise, you keep this up to date. And I know the rules have changed, but everybody's playing by the same rules right now. Attendance-wise, you're on track for probably one of the greatest seasons in Boise State history.
Yeah. No, and it goes back to what I said earlier. I mean, it truly takes a team. It's not just the lights. It's not just the video board. It's not just concessions and how we get people in and out of the stadium much quicker. It's all of the above. It's our ticket sales team. It's the group sales that are taking place. It's our major gift team and what they're doing and how we're drawing people in to this front porch of our institution and state. And, you know, to see it all come together, especially early on when probably there was some second guessing of why are we investing in this or why are we doing that? It's powerful, and you're seeing it make a difference. And as the leader, I hope our team listens to this. I hope our team heard what Andy said today, because they are doing tremendous work. People like Dom and Cam Howard, who's, you know, up in the box and controlling the lights and video boards.
That's his name. That's the light guy. The light show
Cam is doing more of the video boards, and it's tying into the lights. And so you have to have the timing in terms of the cheers that were going on, and it's impactful. And I had a number of people reach out and said, Jeremiah, I know we needed lights and whatever, they're lights, but to see it come to fruition and actually how it impacted the experience, and for people who've been here much longer than me, it was great to hear. And I hope our team recognizes that it's making a difference. Control we can control, 1-0 mentality. And I saw some of the stats earlier today. I think Jay had put some stuff out. I know I'm a stickler, and it's 6 games, 6 sellouts, but I believe in Bronco Nation, and Saturday they showed me that they believe in us.
Jeramiah Dickey in studio here on Idaho Sports Talk. Yeah, JD, I wanted people to listen to this segment and us talk about what was Saturday night. Oh, we missed that game, honey. We're not missing the next one. Or hey, we haven't been to a game in 2-3 years for whatever reason. Let's get to a game this year. Let's check out that new light show. And you must be thinking, when you see this, if I start a new radio show, Prater, all of us, we do something new. I always say the first show is usually the worst. You're feeling stuff out, that type of thing. So if you have a good first show, all of a sudden, whoa, maybe we really have something here. I mean, there's more stuff that you guys can do with these light packages and whatnot too. It's not the same show every game, right, JD?
No, it's not, and nor should it be. I mean, think about the way with the cell phones.
Yeah,
we've tried that, and I don't call anything a failure, but it maybe didn't work out the way we wanted it to. But in that moment, and to be able to implement something that our team actively went out and researched last year as they traveled to other schools, and which is our investment into the experience, to see what others are doing. And most of our ideas we're taking from others and making them our own, and we're not a finished product. There's more that can be done. And so when you look at the lights, you look at the cell phone and ultimately the upgrades to sound system and Wi-Fi and other things that are coming in the future, it's going to allow us to do some really cool things and what I would call innovative and maybe different from what others are doing.
In terms of the sound system, is that the big priority for next season?
It's one of the big. I have a long list. Our team has a long list, and specifically, we're still working on the North End Zone facility project, and that still is very much high up there. But we need a new sound system. The sound system, every game, that's my prayer, is that we get through the game. And so we need to get a new sound. But it was the same thing last year with the lights. Towards the end of the season, they weren't working, and that's just, it is what it is. We got to upgrade the sound system, and we're working on that.
What kind of response did you get? Did you get a lot of feedback? People mostly, they've got to be thrilled with what happened over Saturday night.
Oh, they were absolutely thrilled. And like I said, I'm pretty active on social, as you all know. But between the donors and the fans and the staff, I mean, it was amazing the number of staff, not necessarily football or external related, but within the department. People who have been a Bronco for much longer than me saying, I wasn't maybe necessarily a believer in what the lights could bring in the video board, but to see it come together, Jeremiah, well done in terms of what you and your team are doing. And it's less about me. It's more about my team. They are doing good work. They are grinding. We're not in a position that if we win or lose a game, that it impacts however we show up the next week. We are consistent, and we're going to continue to show up and provide the best possible experience. And that's what they did Saturday, and it paid dividends.
You took that meeting last year with the no reentry policy. I would imagine, especially based on what we saw on Saturday night, those complaints are dwindling to the point of almost zero.
Yeah.
I'll get a few every once in a while. The east side, obviously, we know is a problem, and it's just how the stadium was built. And so we're navigating that and trying to find solutions. But the no reentry, we're not an outlier in that. There's very few schools that allow reentry, and whether you have alcohol or not. And now that we do, it's something that we have to guard against. But it also keeps people in the stadium.
Yes.
And, We don't want them. I don't want to give people a reason or an excuse to go out to the parking lot, watch it on their phone or their television, or to go home early. I want them to be there. And those that did leave early, whatever their reasons were, I'm not saying they left for negative reasons, but those that left early, my hope is Sunday morning they woke up feeling bad and that they should have stayed and stuck around because they saw an unbelievable finish and the experience to go along with it.
Jeremiah, I know your goals are lofty, and I respect that about you. I mean, you want to pursue lofty goals. I mean, that's about the pursuit, right? That's why you want to pursue. It's why you have lofty goals. So you want to pursue them. And was there a time maybe you were able to smell the roses just for a bit on Saturday when, the team is winning, the crowd is all there, just rabid, the light show is happening, the scoreboard is beautiful? Did you take a moment and say, hey, this is halfway through year 3 and we're here already, not too shabby, what's next?
Yes, you know me well enough that I'm always looking at what's next, but there was a moment that you have to find them because this job will eat up. And there was a moment towards the end of the game when I knew it was ours and we had won. And, I got to connect with some of my teammates and thank them. And then you walk away and you usually see me. I don't try to stay out of stuff. And I walked away and there was a lot of thought and just thinking through where this started and when I first arrived to where we are today. And just being really proud of Bronco Nation and my team. I can't do it alone. And, I know my job is to provide the vision and direction sometimes or all the time. But to see people really buy into that, it was a proud moment for me as a leader of the department and Bronco Nation.
JD, we told you we wouldn't take too much time. We are going to keep our word on that. I'll tell you what, I cannot wait. October 28th for Wyoming. It's going to be big on so many levels.
They should be. I didn't see the rankings this week. They should be close to being ranked. They've had a great season, and so it's. I'm excited. One-on-one mentality. I'm looking forward to this weekend.
For
but
sure.
Definitely Wyoming. Hope to see Bronco Nation
Next home game. There's Jeramiah Dickey.
We'll know the Wyoming kick time next Monday.
Yes, that's what they told me, and that's a testament to I think the season some of our Mountain West teams are having. So that's good.
Any idea if it could be an idea?
I don't have an idea, but that's my hope.
All right, Jeramiah Dickey, right here on Idaho Sports Talk. Appreciate you, JD.
Thank you, guys. Go Broncos.
Prater The Ballgame, Idaho Sports Talk, KTIK, the ticket. How about a little bit of NFL?